Welcome to Aliens Eradication, a rather great mod for Doom. First off is the gameplay. It's pretty fun. It's a rather good blend of action and horror, like how the Aliens vs Predator games are. In that Xenos are extremely dangerous up close. There are a ton of them, and even with full armor will rip right through it in a matter of moments. Facehuggers are instant kills and they come in packs as well. There are also infested colonists, Wayland operatives, and space pirates to worry about. Just how are you expected to deal with such overwhelming odds? Glad you asked. You get a bunch of weapons and a few gadgets to help even the playing field. All the weapons felt pretty great to use, all except the standard pistol have alt fires too. The shotgun has a single shot mode and a burst fire mode. I found its burst fire mode to be way better than a single shot. The only downside is it deletes your ammo supply for the shotgun. The pulse rifle is great against xenomorphs. It stun locks them and rips through them without much issue. Not the greatest against humans though. Use a shotgun on them, or the grenade launcher. The flamethrower works great on pretty much everything. Remember, they never signed the Geneva Convention, so it's not a war crime. However, some of the Xenos will just get sick of being stuck behind a firewall and just leap through it at you, or machine gun spit acid at you. You can also shoot the flamethrower with shield canisters to blow them up. Never really used it as I kinda sorta forgot about it. On to the big boy. The smart gun is very good. It's the perfect, oh man, everything's gone south, it's time to panic gun. If it's auto aim, you just need to look in the general direction of things and they go splat. You can also turn its auto aim mode off. I don't know why you ever would, but you can. Next up are the gadgets, like these here auto turrets. They are extremely useful and can hold down a choke point for a good while. They do however run out of ammo and they can be destroyed, so you gotta kinda protect them. In some levels you can activate some of them if you throw a switch or gather all the intel on the level. There are also some hostile turrets as well. Use grenades on them for one hit KO. There are also drones you can use if you play as a Wayland operative. While they don't do much damage, they are great at distracting enemies. They are very fragile though and will go down in just one pistol shot. You also have satchel charges. They have a huge explosion radius and are great just deleting groups. Its alt fire is a time mode. Use it to destroy nests. Pro tip: if a swarm of very unhappy aliens are approaching, don't just throw it at them. Arc it up and into them so you don't kill yourself to splash damage. On to the 4 playable characters in this mod. Each play slightly differently and have different objectives. Let's go through them in order. First up are the red shirts, the colonists. The colonists are the weakest of the bunch. They only start off a crappy pistol that shoots very slowly, and have very few ammo pickups. However, they also get to use the most traps and team up with the other colonists, so while they are weak alone, combined they can put up a pretty decent fight. Just don't expect many to survive an encounter with Xenomorph. That and friendly fire is an issue. Their objectives mainly revolve around trying not to die and trying to get off the planet full of angry aliens. Next up are the mercenaries. The mercenaries start out with a pulse rifle, a shotgun, a few satchel charges, a shit ton of ammo, and armor. They can dish out some serious damage at the start and can stamp to most things they encounter. However, they are alone, and they have to fight the colonists and the xenomorphs. Their objectives revolve around gathering intel, and then laying it to the dropship. Next up is the Wayland operatives. They start out with heavy armor and a face mask, making facehuggers a non-issue for the most part. The acid blood is still an issue as the facehugger will just try to explode on you though. They get a full auto pistol and a flamethrower. Their objectives are all about killing everyone else. Next up is the combat synthetic. They start out with a machine pistol and a smart gun, have 200 armor and are basically a walking tank. Oh, and facehuggers ain't a threat for them, cause, you know, synthetic. They also can't heal using medkits and need to head to repair bays instead. Their objectives are all about trying to restore order to the colony by any means necessary. They also fight the most xenomorphs. Think Aliens Doom guy and you're pretty spot on. I found all these characters fun to play as. The first one you should play is the mercenary though, as they are pretty much a jack of all trades character. The others are more specialized into their roles. On to the story. Wayland Utah is up to its old shenanigans, trying to weaponize xenomorphs again. As you can probably expect, this goes swimmingly for everyone involved. Now the whole colony is infested. Good job Wayland, you stupid bastards. And then a bunch of mercenaries show up to loot the place. As they try to, they encounter new angry inhabitants. They of course decide, fuck this, we are leaving, but their ship gets damaged while trying to hold off a swarm of Xenos, so now they're stuck here. And then the Wayland troops arrive to kill everything. With fire. Lots of fire. What's left of the mercenaries and colonists team up to fix the ship and try not to die. Meanwhile, a combat synth awakens to protect any survivors and wipe out the infestation. And then the predators show up, making the situation even more foobar. And that's about it for the story. On to the maps. While there are only 8 maps, they're all pretty big, look good, and have great atmosphere. Every map was fun to play through and had little side objectives. For instance, you could seal vents in one level, while another has lots of traps you could use. I highly recommend this mod. It was very fun to play through, and it left me wanting more. A few tips before I go. All the weapons except the pistol shoot projectiles, so you gotta lead your targets. The difficulty options don't change how much damage the enemies do. All it does is change how many there are. I say start with swarms of aliens and work from there. Oh, and always check the tracker. Thanks for watching and have fun.